Oh, hello there. How's everyone doing today?
What's going on? Oh my
I was going to see,
God.
do we want to zoom all the way in like that, or do we want to be zoomed out a little bit?
I mean, you can see my lovely bachelor pad. I mean, I'm fine with that. The piano,
Sure, girl. Okay,
you
yeah,
know,
so we can zoom in.
the piano's over in the corner. You know what I mean? The
Yeah,
fireplace.
just a little in town spot,
Yeah.
a small 5,000 square foot city apartment. That's all.
I mean, come on. I mean, you can't just be, you can't be gluttonous. I mean, it's just not this,
All right. I mean, who doesn't have a small, 10,000 square foot city place,
I mean, this is a studio. It's only 5,000 feet. I mean, come on, 5,000 square
Right.
feet. What the hell?
Exactly. So how's everyone doing today?
What's going on? I see.
Oh, you know what? I learned something, Alexa
and Desmond.
Then
What did you learn?
It's about setting.
I found a routine that plays music to help you sleep. Do you want to try it?
No.
No problem.
It's you set light in the background, and that it helps brighten the scene the right way.
Okay.
Just tips and tricks.
Listen, you are giving this houndstooth catsuit you got going on, baby. You are giving it.
Thanks.
You got to come through with this little decolletage, and then
listen. What? Okay,
look,
it's like this is G rated. PG 13 R. We'll go back to PG 13 because we're still on YouTube. So what happens is if you add a little bit of if you notice, the picture quality got a little better because I added some backlight. So it's like filling out the scene, because the way these digital cameras work is it helps fill out the scene a little better.
Okay. Listen, I have light in my place, so I'm good.
Mm-hmm. I mean, who doesn't have light in a 5,000 square foot city apartment?
I mean, it's still daylight. My windows are still, there's still daylight in my plot. See my windows?
Yes,
still
it is, right? It's 8 o'clock, but it's still daylight where you are, of course.
Yeah, I mean, what? I mean,
when you're rich, you can have daylight everywhere.
Hello. I thought they knew. But okay.
Apparently not. So how's everyone doing today?
I see Desi. I see Louboutin. Who else? Hey kittens, how y'all doing? Glad y'all could make it in.
To see everyone.
Yes. It is so good to be seen. Right, exactly. I am so rich I have extended sunlight. You didn't know that? You didn't know? You didn't know.
Like, how awful for you.
Peasant. You don't have daylight at you can't afford daylight? Is that what it is?
Oh, you only have artificial light. Well, okay.
So, how was your week? What's going on? What's new? What's crack-a-lacking?
Well, this weekend was the giving of the thanks and the thanks of the giving. So it was nice and quiet. My sister and I went out to Maggiano's for a cute little Thanksgiving dinner. I like Maggiano's because, it's an Italian restaurant, but they have a traditional Thanksgiving. So that's always super nice. And that was cool. And then the next day I was like, I'm gonna get my exercise. I'm gonna get my little shopping on. So I got in my car, put on some music, and was just bopping it on down to Leesburg Premium Outlets. I stopped at my favorite little furniture consignment shop and had to stop myself from spending, $30,000 on furniture. Ooh, I gotta send you a picture of this sofa that they had. Oh, she was so fab. She was so fab.
I'm in the market for. I'm trying to furnish this new abode at some particular point.
Oh, when do you move?
We are still targeting the middle of December, so we shall see. And I'm saying targeting middle of December because you know how sometimes people can either change their move out date or whatever, and it's like, all right, girl, what's going on? Where are we at?
Right, and you don't want to have to cut a bitch because they done
Right.
fuck with your emotions and your money.
Listen, I done already put in this order for the the electricity and the cable and all that type of stuff. So that's where we are for right now. So nothing has changed, but we shall see. We have a whole couple like 2 weeks or whatever to figure this out.
Right. Well, good. So then
was good though.
Say that again.
The furniture you saw, it was good. Like you're actually going to get it, or you just didn't want to get it now. Oh, wait. Dylan, congratulations, Mr. I have my master's and I have properly I have defended my thesis statement. Congratulations.
Yes. So yes, very much congratulations to him. We're super proud of him and all of the work that he has done. So good for him.
Yes, indeed.
All right. So as I was saying, so Friday we went shopping. I'm trying to pull up a picture to show you what this fab sofa looks like. So let me what am I sharing? Oh, shit, I just took away what I was planning to share before, but that's fine. So can you see that?
Not yet.
That's because it's not in the frame. All right. So that's it. That's the sofa that
she's cute.
Yes. And I sat on it and I was about to.
That's my next question. Is she comfortable?
Oh, she was so comfortable. And I really, my living room is large enough because I really want conversational sofas, which means I want two sofas that sit across from each other.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a consignment shop, so they didn't have two of them. And it had just come in that day. And they also wanted $2,100 for it. So, which isn't a terrible price for a sofa, but that was not in my ministry or in my budget for the moment.
I'm sorry. I just want to make sure I understood you correctly. So the $2,100 for this sofa that's at the consignment shop, that is leather from what I can see.
It was not leather, it's fabric. But that's exactly what I wanted, though.
It's fabric. Does that include the entire living room and all the accoutrements, or was that just the sofa?
No, girl, that was just a sofa, honey. Good furniture costs money.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify. Listen.
So yes, but no, I did not buy that sofa. And then so I went further on up to the outlets, and girl, as I was getting closer, and I was like, why is this line so long? The traffic, and I was like, shit, it's fucking Black Friday. And so I parked across the street and walked across, and I walked around. I got 16,500 steps that day, and they didn't have shit out there. All of the stores that I would normally look forward to going to, like off Saks, because I love a little off Saks action. And there's the kitchen emporium where you can get all your little spices and your little dishes and stuff and all of that kind of stuff. So that spot closed, so that's not there anymore. They, so they didn't have a whole lot there, so that really sort of felt like a wasted trip except for the steps. And then Saturday morning, I hopped on a train to New York City.
New York City.
Yes, so I hopped on the 7 a.m. Or 8 a.m. Acela to New York City. I had a free night and a bunch of Hilton points, so my hotel stay Saturday night and Sunday night were free. So
good.
So I was happy about that. And then so I checked into the room and everything. It was a cute little embassy suite. So it was a cute little suite with a king size bed, and a little sofa bed, and cute little bathroom and all of that. And I don't tell anybody, but I took public transportation.
Who are you? Who are you? Who are you?
Well, first of all,
who are you?
If you're in New York City and you want to go to Jersey, your options are to take public transportation or pay like $80 to $100 one way for an Uber. So that wasn't happening. So I caught the path down to Christopher Street and fucked around at the Leatherman and London, and then took the path out to Journal Square, and then took the train or took the an Uber from Journal Square. And she was quite festive, and I bought 2 cute sweaters, the cute super gay sweaters that have the collar that comes all the way up here with the buckles that come down the side. So when y'all see me at the holiday party, I'm be like, what? It's gonna be zipped up, but the zipper is going to be like over here somewhere, and it's
like
going to be up. Right, it's going to be up on the side. It's going to be asymmetrical, and it's going to be buckles, going all the way down the side like that. So she was giving that, and that was when I remembered that there is no sales tax on clothes in Jersey, because the sweaters were buy one, get one 50% off. So they were $99. So she said, ring, 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 $99, ring, 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 second sweater, $50. Total price was $149. And I'm thinking to myself, well, where the fuck is the tax? And I was like, oh shit, there's no clothes in Jersey, no tax on clothes in Jersey. So baby, then I was walking around some more.
And in Pennsylvania, if I remember correctly.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I'm almost positive there's no tax on clothes in Pennsylvania.
Right. And then so there's this app called Sniffy. It's a little local, it's a web-based app where you can find the dates. And so I was at the mall and I was looking. Sniffy.
Okay.
SNIFFIE, Sniffies.
Wait a minute, hold on. Please hold. Let me grab my phone. Hold on.
I'll text you a link.
Okay, I grab my phone. Okay, I got. Okay. All right, here we go.
Okay. So yes. So the way Sniffies works is that it's all location based. So you'll put up your little avatar. Mine is me from the chest down. With my giving me your best boldage, because I don't need everybody to see my face. Some of the girls got their whole uterus out, so it's so.
Listen, it might be uterus, womb, penile, something, but not
all of that. But so it's like a picture of you, and then it'll show all of the people that are like right around you, and then you can like advertise in the little message area, and then people can send you the private messages. So while I was the mall that I went to is called the Mill at Jersey Gardens. So it's like Potomac Mill, Arundel Mills, but she's significantly bigger than any of those, and it's all indoors. So we gotta go. It will be a fun whole day of shopping. So
you know what? I don't even know why I'm surprised, but I just got a text message from one of our super fans. I should have known. You know where to find the boys and the boo.
So who was it? Lubicon? Child, she's a whore. And we know that. And this is part of her charm, and is why we love her.
The boys and the booze.
Exactly. So so while I am standing around, I get this message from this kid, and he says he's 18 years old, and I'm immediately like, immediately no. Then he sent me a picture of his uterus, and I'm like, well, so we had a little bit more conversation. And then he was like, I'm down here by the bathroom. So I was like, let me see. Huh?
His uterus was like his platinum card. It was like, okay, membership does have its privileges. I'll go check it out.
So then we're in the bathroom. We're in the bathroom. He's in the stall, and I'm like, I'm in the stall next to you. And then it was like 20 minutes. I don't really do that kind of bathroom play because I ain't got all day. And I'm also not trying to get arrested somewhere. But I was kind of halfway interested to see how this girl was going to play out, right?
Uh-huh.
And then so he was like, waiting for the traffic to die down. I was like, the traffic has died down. So come on over into the stall. I'll come over into yours. And he's like, I only do understall. I was like, bitch, I am 51 years old. One, my knees ain't set up for being all down underneath these platforms. Second of all, this floor is dirty as shit. There is no way that I am getting down on my knees so you can suck me off under a platform. And no, girl, but we did do the little tappy foot game for a hot second, where like we're separate songs to make sure he was for real. But child, I was like, no, girl, and you're only 18, so where's your mother? Where's your mother, young man? So it was an interesting little exercise for a hot minute. But then I was like, when he was like, I only do understall. And then when I was leaving, he was like, no, don't leave. Because I had, sent him a picture of the goods. And so I guess he liked what he saw. And so he was like, if you can find a place real quiet, I'll come and let you fuck me in a stall. And by that time I was over it because you know what? My spidey sense was already tingling. I was like, it is too many people in this mall. It is too much going on. And bitch, how the fuck? No, girl, I got too much to lose. You're 18. You're at the beginning of your life. If you get arrested, whatever. But this could ruin my whole, the tappy foot game is when you were on opposite sides of the partition and you move so here we are. This is the partition.
Wait. Stop. Why is you explaining this to this one? Listen.
This is for education of the other innocent people like Spill It Boy.
I'll allow it. Go ahead on.
So here's the partition separating the two stalls. This is my foot. This is his foot. So I did like this and moved my foot a little bit closer to the partition to see what he was going to do. And then he moved his foot a little close to the partition to see what he was going to do. And then I moved my foot a little bit closer. He moved his foot a little bit closer. So we were touching the sides of our feet under the partition. So it was no mistaking, whatever. And he was only 18 and he was, according to his profile anyway, and his pictures, he wasn't but like 5'6" and 135 pounds. So I could fuck him up if if he had, tried to get too crazy. Plus, all I had to do was take my pants down. He the one that's got to get naked to get fucked. So, but anyway, I was like, yeah, no, we're not doing all of this. It was Saturday after Black Friday. There were 1 million people in the mall and the partitions didn't even go all the way to the ground. So I was just like, girl, this is just rife with all kinds of trouble. And I already got a date coming through tomorrow. So I don't need to do all of this. And so I left and made it to Off Saks. Because, I was looking for the super faggoty coat of my dreams with the double-breasted wool trench coat with a fur collar that comes around. And so I was there and I was looking and I was like, oh, okay. Karl Lagerfeld. Okay. So this is cute. And then they had an extra large. I was like, girl, this ain't gonna fit me. And then they had an XX large and I put her on and it was a pea coat. So, okay. So it wasn't a full trench, but it was a wool pea coat with a fab built-in fur collar. And she was only $125. So.
Oh, that's cute. That was good. That was a good deal.
I scooped her up. And then while I was there, so then like my breath started coming quicker because then I was starting to be like, now that when that shopping drug hits your system, and you're like, what are the bargains? I was like, whew, what other bargains could I get in here? And I was walking around, and I was like, something like a white coat spotted. I spotted like a little white down coat that's got like the same kind of texture as this, and it was a Michael Kors coat for another. That was only like $85. So maybe for I think so less than $200, I got these two coats, one Michael Kors coat and one Karl Lagerfeld coat. So baby, I got all of the shit that I needed there. Then Sunday, I had a date. So this was someone who had been following me on Twitter for a while, and we had been chit-chatting back and forth. And we would have met even if the slave had come with me, and we probably would have still played together. But we had ourselves a lovely time for about 2 hours. But I was prepared. You might have received a call, and now I've been like, "Hey, girl, what's going on?"
Hey, what's
up?
I
saw that you called.
Yeah, I did. This is your escape hatch. You need to. Okay.
For real? What did he do?
Oh my God! He tried to blackball.
That is terrible,
isn't it?
I'm gonna have to cut this short, so because I gotta, my friend, he wants to meet up in down in Chelsea in about like 30 minutes, so you can get dressed and be on your way.
I got you.
So that was the call that you might have gotten, but we had ended up having a really good time. We really sort of got along.
Wait, did you tell me about this guy before? I think y'all have been chatting for a minute, and I think you were telling me about him.
I don't think so. It could have been, there's so many dates.
Well, I mean,
there actually are not. There actually are very few dates, but this was one of them. And we ended up having such a good conversation, and we played, and then we chatted, and then we played some more and chatted some more and played some more and chatted some more. And then it was like, he's like, I probably should go. And then I was like, I'm going to go get something to eat. And then he's like, I could eat. So then we had dinner or brunch. And so that was that. And then I hung out in the city some more. And then it was Monday, and then it was time to work. And here we are.
Okay. All right.
And how was your Thanksgiving weekend with the family?
So my Thanksgiving weekend was really good. First of all, I see Joshua White. It says greetings from Manitoba, Italy. So
I know, right? Oh, speaking of living their rich white woman fantasies.
Yeah, like what? Manitoba, Italy. But listen, I'm here for it. BGKH show is international.
Right.
But yes, it was good. I actually went up to the Berg, and I was there, and I had a good time. I did.
Well, that's my family was previous weekend, not this weekend.
Yes, family both weekends, but because I went up to my grandmom's birthday, and that was great. I think I filled you in on that. But then this weekend I went up. I was in Pittsburgh. I was with the brother. So me and Spillet Boy and I were hanging out, and we were having a good time, just living our best lazy over 50 life. Because when you go places and you take trips, part of the excitement for me is having that moment where I don't have to be anywhere with nothing to do, and like I can just do whatever the fuck it is that I want to do. That's exciting to me.
Oh yes, definitely.
And that is exactly what I did. We hung out, we laughed and joked.
Did you manage to find a hotel room for some trade?
I was actually entertaining that idea for a hot second, and then I said, you know what? I don't feel like it. I don't feel like going through that whole process. I don't want to be bothered. I don't even want to. I'm not worried about that. I ain't doing that shit. And I did not. And I stayed close to the house. In fact, I only drove. I think I went to like Dunkin' Donuts and like to the corner store, and that's about it. Like that's all I did. I was just chilling out the entire time. We went to play bingo. We did that for a while. We laughed and joked. I had some other friends came over to the house, laughed and joked at that. Watched some TV. Like it was just really lazy and fat and sleeping. That's all it was going. it was a whole bunch of snoring and farting going on, and that's just what I had going on. So I was fine with it. Ate
Well,
some
good.
food, you know, play some games, play some Yahtzee and all that good stuff. And so I mean, it was just a very chill week, very chill weekend rather, and good time. So it was, you know, it was cool. Went to bingo. I didn't bingo. I pulled I had an instant for like $50,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, it was cool. So you know, I had a good time. Hola, William Smith. What's going on? So
Hello.
it was a good weekend. And yeah, I was happy to get back into my own bed. Like you, I enjoy going places and I enjoy hanging out. And
Mm-hmm.
Lord knows I like to stretch out. But it's something about when you come back home, you get in your bed, you be like, whew, like, hello.
Yes, I got under my coma inducer blanket, and I was like, "This is delicious."
Yeah. So, but you know, it was good. It was very relaxed, very chill, and very much needed. So I was good with it. And I did some shopping online for some stuff. I started ordering some dishes and just little stuff for the place. And I was a little nervous about ordering dishes through Amazon, but they
Why?
were packed up so well because I'm so afraid they're going to be in the delivery. Somebody's going to just throw the box around and it's going to
Well, girl,
crash.
you send them bitches back.
Oh, absolutely. They're going to
Because
take
I
it
have 100% sent shit back. I was like, girl, this was broken when I got it. So
yeah, but they literally packed the shit out of it, so it was amazing, and it's good, and I'm liking it. So I'm going for this whole mishmash, mismatch, boho chic type of situation, and it worked. So it's like I'm happy with it. So yeah, so you know, little things that get you excited. Like this is how you know you're over 50. You get excited over things like, oh my god, I bought a new trash can. Oh my god, I bought some new plastic
well,
container.
did
You
you
get
get a
excited.
simple human? Did you get a simple human trash can?
No. I was using it as an example. But I did get some new plastic storage bins by Osaka or Okasha. I can't think of the name of it, but they're really nice. They really nice.
Did you go to the
And
container store? You know, my favorite place in the whole wide world.
I did not go to the container store. However, on the way up to Pittsburgh, I passed a couple outlets and I was getting ready to pull over because the Coach outlet was calling my name. It was calling my name. But I said, okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. So I rode past it both times, and you know, it was cool. But I have a few trips in me between now and Christmas that I need to take, and one of them is to the Coach store. So yes, indeed, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, we were when I was at the mall. Was that on Friday? I went to the coat store, and I was like, "Let's see what they got in here," you know, because I was looking. I was also looking for some driving gloves. You know, I wanted some thin, cute, like isotoner kind of gloves because I don't really have to walk a lot of places anymore.
Right.
So I just need some gloves that'll keep my hand warm, but I don't need like thick mittens because my hands aren't going to be out in the cold a lot. And then I looked at these gloves and I was like, $250
I mean,
for a pair of gloves. I decline. Now
I wouldn't
I
necessarily.
will pay $2,000 for a sofa, but I am not paying $250 for some gloves. Even though they were like 60% off and then another 30% off, it still ended up being like $75 for the gloves for whatever the price was. And I was like, no, I'm not paying that much I'm not paying $75 for a pair of gloves. No, it's a no for me. The gloves,
We all have
the coat that I will wear with the coat that I will wear on it with it only costs $25 more than the gloves. No.
we all have our boundaries.
Yes, that is very clearly a firm boundary for me.
Yeah. I mean, if they were $2,000 gloves and they were marked down to $75, I think I'd have to look at them things and be like, you know what?
I don't even know why I would want to own a pair of gloves that is $2,000. So that's a no for me.
Well,
I wouldn't even.
if it's like,
I don't even know that I would shop in a store that sells gloves that are $2,000.
you go into Saks, what would you think?
I was at off Saks. Excuse me, off
Saks off Fifth Avenue. Okay, okay.
Off
all right.
Saks,
Well,
Fifth Avenue. Yes.
okay. All right. Well, that's where we
So,
are.
any Snooch, before you get into your stories, because I looked through your list and some of these are quite the gagger. So, sure. We want to say congratulations to Hakeem Jeffries with his cute self being elected House Democratic leader, and he will become in the new year the first Black American to lead a major political party in Congress. He replaces the outgoing chair, Nancy Pelosi, and her team next year. He says it's a solemn responsibility that we are inheriting, and the best thing we can do as a result of the seriousness and solemnity of the moment is to lean in hard and do the best damn job we can for the peoples. And he was voted in by acclamation, meaning that he was basically unopposed.
Unopposed. But can we just talk about, listen, you know, he's not unattractive.
Hakeem could get it.
He's not unattractive, but he is definitely someone's cup of tea, and someone specifically their cup of tea, especially if they like very light folk. And he has that light skin, light eye type thing going on, where he's just kind of like there.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably have to see him in motion and just as see him like feel his energy, but he's all right. Like he's all right. He's not on the top of my list, but I wouldn't kick him out of bed.
No. So next up, Morehouse launches Black History Metaverse course for the spring semester. According to it says Morehouse College in Atlanta will offer a Black History course taught solely in the metaverse starting in spring 2023. According to NBC, the first of its kind course is led by Professor Ovell Hamilton. Now, that is a Black name.
Ovell
Hamilton. Ovell Hamilton, and will see students interact with one another in a virtual 3D space using avatars. The course is entitled History of the African Diaspora Since 1800 and is part of the school's virtual reality project. Morehouse is partnered with Victory XR to help scale VR education at the college, and Hamilton was one of 11 professors to use the technology. He instructed a Black History course outside of Morehouse titled Journey for Civil Rights. So in the class, it will reportedly recreate moments and artifacts starting from the Haitian Revolution to the Civil Rights Movement. Students will wear a virtual reality headset during class to experience the brutality of enslavement on a slave ship, lying in chains on top of one another and faced with the terrifying choice between freedom through death or life in bondage. In the metaverse, students are able to tour a slave ship and the Underground Railroad or attend Martin Luther King Jr.'s 1963 I Have a Dream speech in Washington. The course will recreate La Amistad slave ship, the Ebenezer Baptist Church in Atlanta, and battlefields during the Civil War and World War I, according to the NBC News report. So that seems interesting.
Yeah, that
feels like I wouldn't mind taking the course just for the fun of it.
So it's offered in the metaverse, but is it an online course as well? Even though, you know what I mean? Because if they're just going, they're putting the headsets on, I mean, should you be able to access it, from outside of the university?
Yeah, this was on the grill. They don't go too detailed in their reporting.
Okay. All right. Well,
they just be giving you the highlights. Last thing, the United States Senate passed the Respect for Marriage Act on Tuesday. It will codify same-sex and interracial marriages. 12 Republican senators voted with all Democratic senators for a margin of 61 to 36 to send the legislation back to the House of Representatives for a vote, and thereafter President Joe Biden's desk to sign into law.
It's a shame that this is even an issue at this particular point. On two sides, interracial marriages and gay marriage.
Yeah. Well, that's one good thing to come out of this Congress. So what else do we got to talk about this week?
So listen, I know we haven't quite hit Christmas
Bougie
yet.
girl said he's my cup of tea. Everything is her cup of tea, and she just got married like a year ago. She just passed newlywed phase.
Listen, leave that woman alone.
I mean, you bougie girl, I love you to death. I'm just messing with you.
But seeing as though we just passed Thanksgiving, we're about to go into Christmas. But listen, Super Bowl is coming, and baby, I don't know if you remember, we talked about this. Rihanna is going to be doing the Super Bowl halftime performance this year
Yes.
at the Super Bowl. So, sources claim that that she is going to have a documentary made from this experience, and here's how it goes. In February 2023, is supposedly the halftime show is in February, supposedly a focus of a new documentary over at Apple TV Plus. Sources claim that the streamer
hold on 1 second. Just hear this weird noise downstairs. Never mind. It's probably just my sister.
Okay, all right. Sources claim that the streamer shelled out millions of dollars for the documentary, which will follow Riri's journey back to music after giving birth to her and A$AP Rocky's child earlier this year. She's going to be recorded during rehearsals and meetings in the lead up to the big night and give insight into what her life is really like now that she is returning as a pop mom. The documentary could be the special project the artist and businesswoman was hinting at early in November, after she confirmed that she currently doesn't have plans to release an album anytime soon. Now, and then she said, if I'm going to leave my baby, I'm going to leave my baby for something special. And Ree said of her decision, it was now or never for me. And apparently she's being paid a lot of money for this documentary. A lot of money.
So is this documentary supposed to be like her answer? I mean, I don't want to always pit women against one another, but is this her answer to Beachella?
So I kind of thought about it that way, but it was either Homecoming or Beachella.
I couldn't remember the name. It was her answer to Homecoming.
That's what I'm thinking. But then again, but for the most part, remember that every performer that performs at the Super Bowl does not get paid. They are performing for free. However, that doesn't mean that their advertisements and all those other things don't kick in.
Right.
They are performing for free. So she is the first person that actually has managed to put this in a lucrative deal as far as the documentary and all that other stuff. So we'll see how that goes. And I'm sure it's going to be good, but she managed to pull a paycheck out of this and being a mom at the same time. So, hats off to you, Riri, for that.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of Super Bowl stuff as well, or at least other sports stuff, the Minnesota Vikings got trolled this year, and they got trolled with an adult star in a military tribute on the Jumbotron.
Did you skip a story? Okay, got it. Sorry, you're in charge.
No, okay. But anyway, so the Minnesota Vikings pay tribute to veterans during their games, such as this past game to Dallas Cowboys, and to local vets. They tweeted an offer for the chance to win free tickets for sharing of veterans' information, including pick, that will be shown on this stadium's Jumbotron. And they said, and I quote, "We're honoring our nation's service members, veterans, and their families during Sunday's game against Dallas. Share photos and stories of your loved ones who have served or are currently serving using the hashtag SKOL salute for a chance to have them featured on the video board Sunday." But what happened was they were trolled with a pic of an adult male star who had donned military fatigues for a role. And as if getting bludgeoned 40-3 at the hands of Dallas Cowboys fans wasn't embarrassing enough, according to the Military Times, one unfortunate stadium Jumbotron operator took the Minnesota Vikings humiliation a step further by falling for a faux salute to service photo featuring a porn star, Johnny Sins. The pic was sent by a Twitter user by the name of Kyle Rules 4H, who wrote, "This is my cousin Joel, who served in the Army. He has always been an inspiration and someone I look up to for his heroism. He is also a huge Vikings fan. Hashtag SKOL salute." So listen, this is not the first time that this man's picture has been used to troll someone. It was used with someone a couple of years ago in the Clinton administration for another sort of event. But apparently Johnny Sins has that face or that look of a lot of different people, and they just keep using his picture for whatever reason, whether it's intentionally being put out there or not. But this porn star is now got, is coming over to the mainstream, I guess. We'll say that. So speaking of the mainstream, many of you, and we talked about music a little bit earlier, but many of you know Iggy Azalea, and I know who Iggy is, and that's fine. But listen, you couldn't tell me that Iggy Azalea has a whole lot of money. I'm just sorry. She's a relatively newer artist, and so she hasn't necessarily been in the game as long. And I very well could be wrong, but she's just not one of those people I would think of that would be highly sought after or have this huge bank account. Well, she made a deal and sold her masters and publishing catalog for 8 figures. Now, Domain Capital has purchased Iggy Azalea's master recording and published catalog for a hefty 8 figures. Now, according to Billboard, the acquisition includes 100% of the rapper's share of her catalog, which covers her hits like Fancy, Black Widow, and Problem. First of all I know is Fancy, but that's all I know.
Same.
Right. Her discography features her releases under Virgin EMI, Island Records, and her own Bad Dreams label, while her publishing is done via Sony Music Publishing, starting Q1 2023. She will fully own her masters and publishing, while an quote-unquote additional trigger allows her to earn future revenue from her other masters. Listen, hats off to you, Iggy, for brokering this deal, if it was you and or your team, because you just parlayed this into a lot of money. And she's reported as saying that she doesn't have to work another day in her life. All she wanted to do was take care of her kids, but that doesn't mean she's not going to make more music. But she said that's what she's going to do. She's just going to go ahead and put it out there. But again, I was a little off-put by the fact that she has a catalog that somebody wants to purchase for 8 figures. Like, that's what
Right.
they're doing.
I'm like, girl, that's at least $10 million.
I was like, girl, what?
I was not aware that she had enough hits to justify that, but sure.
Listen, we're going to leave that alone. Did you say 10 million?
That's 8 figures.
Yeah, that is. Okay.
I mean, that's like the base of I'm sure it's more than that, or they would have just said $10 million.
Sure, yeah.
But so I wasn't aware that she had a catalog where someone would want to pay $20 or $30 million for it. So, but sure.
Listen, we're gonna go ahead and say, again,
God bless your ministry.
Yeah, God bless your ministry and good brokering deal. Who is it? Is it my turn now? People are knocking at my door. What is going on?
What? You okay?
No, I'm good. That must have been. I think that might be the dryer. But anyway, lastly, I wanted to talk about this. We lost one of our most beloved people because for me at least, she brings back a lot of memories. But Irene Cara, Oscar-winning singer of the title track to Flashdance and Fame, has passed. She was 63 years old, and the Oscar-winning singer of the title track to Fame and Flashdance. She died in her home of an undisclosed cause. Her publicist confirmed her death to Eyewitness News, and he said it is with profound sadness that on behalf of her family, I announced the passing of Irene Cara. And she, as an FYI, Cara was trained in music, dance, and acting as a child and appeared on stage and on television, including appearances on PBS and on Johnny Carson's The Tonight Show.
Yes.
She rocketed to fame when she was cast in the 1980 musical Fame. She was initially cast as a dancer, but then had the role of Coco Hernandez written for her, and she sang the title track. She was nominated for 2 Grammys after Fame for Best New Artist and Best Female Pop Vocal Artist. She then won a Grammy and an Academy Award in 1984 with the title track to Flashdance, the film starring Jennifer Beals. She continued on her career in acting and music, appearing in such such movies as DC Cab and City Heat and various television shows. She also performed in live theater and musicals. And what I remember her most for, well, not most for, but one of the roles that I remember her most for, she was Sparkle in the original Sparkle. And I absolutely love that movie because it has so many memories.
Come on, you gotta boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Many say that I'm too young to let you know just where I'm coming from. Yeah.
But you will see. Matter of time. My
My
love.
love will surely make you mine.
Well,
Living in a world of ghetto life, everyone is so uptight and nothing's wrong.
nothing's wrong.
All right.
Yes. Okay.
So,
Hey,
rest in peace, Mariah Carey. Sorry,
Irene Cara. I saw El Teddy and what's going on? Oh, you be in DC next week. Okay. Cool. Let us know when you're in town. What's up, Freaky McNasty? I see you out there. Miss Maximus, I see you out there.
Yes. So, this is our season finale for Cycle 5. Cycle 6 starts in January 2023. It'll be our 6th anniversary. Our 6th anniversary is officially on January the 3rd, which is a Tuesday. So we'll be celebrating that when we come back on January the 4th, which will be our first episode back.
Right. So that means no more episodes after the night until January 4th. No more episodes till January 4th. January 4th.
Hold on 1 second. I keep hearing this weird noise.
What is going on? Like, what is that?
I don't know. I'm not giving it. I'm just assuming that it's Kendra in the background causing all kinds of noise.
What is going on?
Right. I'm gonna get her to. I'll deal with that in a minute.
Yeah. So we talked about Thanksgiving. We talked about do you have any plans for Christmas? What are you going to be doing for Christmas?
Yeah. So I am going to party like a rock star. No, I'm kidding. I'm having my annual cookie exchange, and then we'll all get together for a little dinner. And then the next day, I am hopping on a train to Florida. I'm taking the auto train and taking my car down with me to Florida for 7 lovely days of rest, relaxation, and debauchery. And I'll have my own car, so you know what that means. It's going to be trouble because normally when I go to Florida, right? Normally when I go to Florida, like when we go to my favorite consignment shop.
She is cute. Oh my god, no. Now I'm mad.
And now I'm going to be having my own car. So no more like, oh, well, I can't get that back on a plane, or being like, well, how much does it cost to ship this? Girl, it don't cost nothing to ship it. All I got to do is fit it in my car and get it on back home. But I'm gonna try not to buy too much. So
that's always the plan, to not try to buy so much. That's always the plan. But sometimes that don't seem to work all the way.
Right.
So, but and I think for me it's the same thing. But I'm gonna be moving and trying to get that situated. I'm supposed to be attending a party that's gonna actually be out of town. But again, it's around the time that I'm moving. Plus that weekend I got other shit going on. The party, I got cookies and all that good shit to do. And it's just gonna be a runaway weekend. And I probably am not gonna sit down until like the 21st or 22nd when I can actually sit down or focus on what Christmas will bring, because I'm gonna I'm gonna be back in the Berg for Christmas. And then like that's it. I'm trying to sit down, and then I'll be back in DC and I'm gonna sit down again, but I'm gonna try to get my place together. So it's gonna be a lot of moving parts, and it's not gonna be as restful as I'd like it to be, but it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all.
I am looking forward to time off from the show, and I'm looking forward to having some fun with the Wretched And
So wait.
Bougie girl said, "Oh, Epic, you got parties to attend late."
He
gave you 5 fingers.
I am going.
You're right, Bougie. He is number 1.
I am going to try to be absolutely present and accounted for and on time. I'm not going to say early. On time.
Notice Bougie girl. Notice he said, "I'm going to try." I'm like, bitch, the party start at 9. How hard is it to make it on time for a party to start at 9 p.m.?
American Horror Story's been on for an entire season. How hard is it to watch it?
We gotta talk about that. That's too.
But I mean, if you're gonna put it, you can frame it like that. I mean, I'm just saying.
I mean, it's apples and mayonnaise. It does. It's not. It's totally different things.
You tried to frame it that week when I said you're gonna watch. You're like, I'm going to attempt. I'm going to. You framed it that way, so that's what we're doing. It's in the same picture frame.
It's a framing device. All right, so you know what? I am having a wonderful time, but let's go ahead and get into. We're going to wrap it up a little bit early and get into this beautiful bean.
Did your lights just go
out? Yeah. Child, it's a lot going on.
Your background lights went out, but your foreground lights didn't go out. What's going on?
Yeah, I'm like, what the what? What the? Hold on 1 second. Hello? What?
But you're taping. Why are they?
Right. Why would they? What? Hold on 1 second. What the?
Why is your lights on? What is going on?
Oh! So you thought that you could just talk to me any old kind of way? You could just leave me, girl. Wait a minute.
Wait. Who? Why does that sound familiar? Who?
Wait a minute. No. No. No.
Wait a minute. Wait. Do I need to call police?
What?
What?
Hold
on. Do y'all see the man?